Well, this is number 3. I'm going to try to paint a picture on a plate with my paint that I mixed. This is my first attempt. And I had a lot of trouble mixing brown, so that's why I decided to use the soy sauce. This is my second, and it turned out pretty good. I'm waiting for it to dry so I can add the blue. And this is going to be my third. And I hope that I can do a better job of keeping my painting in the picture, because last time I forgot to do that. So I'm going to use this by moving it around so I can move it back and forth to make sure that my painting's in the picture. As you know, you always start with a wet brush, and I'm going to start with my sun, and I'm going to keep checking to make sure that you can see what I'm doing. That's what I forgot to do last time. And it's a learning process. Painting is a learning process. I've been painting pretty much all my life, and hopefully you can learn something from me. I did a lot of visiting the library to learn how to draw and to paint when I was in elementary school. Then when I got to college, I decided I'm going to be an artist, and if I can't take classes that will allow me to do my art, I won't take the class. So I started out, I was going to be a teacher, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to be a speech therapist or a teacher. I still don't know if I made the right decision, but I decided I didn't like speech therapy because I had too many science classes that I didn't want to take. I kept anatomy physiology because I could draw, and I liked drawing the skeleton and the muscles and bones. So I kept that class, but I dropped out of the speech therapy class and decided to become a teacher. In those days, they had Teacher Corps, and they paid for my tuition and also paid me to go to school. So I was working half day in the elementary school classes, and I also got to try high school and middle school so I could see what grade level I was interested in. I discovered I liked elementary the best, and that's what I taught all my life. There's my sun. As you can see, I made the rays of the sun go up to the tops of the styrofoam bowl. I like painting on styrofoam. Nobody wants styrofoam anymore, so it's a good use of the plastic, and makes a frame around your painting when you finish. The edges of the bowl is your frame. Now there's my flower. Looks like a flower, but it's supposed to be the sun. Next, I'm gonna paint with my green that I mixed with the Elmer's glue. And I'm gonna put the grass at the bottom of my bowl. And I like to paint it across first, across the bottom. Then I press hard and then lift up to make the grass coming up from the bottom, making sure it goes up past the edge of the bowl. And then I put a little bit more across the bottom and paint up, make the little grass grow from that part. And that's how I make grass for my painting. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit so you can see it better. If you leave it going just straight across, it doesn't look like grass. It just looks like a line across your painting. And that's not very interesting. Doesn't look realistic either at all. Certainly doesn't look like grass. So I keep going back and getting more green, because the light areas don't look like grass either. Now I'm gonna wash off my brush in my bottle of water and make sure that I dry it out a little bit, because the other color, my brown, is very, very soupy, very wet. So I'm going to get a little brown. If you look at my brown, it's very weird. Look at it. That's because I put soy sauce in my glue. And you really that's cute. I dropped my phone. Fell out because I wasn't holding it. So I found out that I need to mix my brown with a little bit of orange and purple to make it show up better. So I'm going to put a little bit of red over here, a little bit of yellow right here, and mix it together and add that to my brown. It should make it a little darker. Looks like dark orange. Well, as I said before, the trees are kind of brown or orange. I need a little dab of my purple, because that's the darkest color I have. That should make it dark enough to look like a tree. Yep, that's working. So I've got a nice brown to work with now. I'll put it over here. Make sure I turn my phone so when I make my tree, you can watch me. See, I just go up, put some branches. Notice I don't want the tree to be straight. Trees are not straight. Yeah, I don't like a lollipop stick for a branch or for the trunk. So I'm add a little more dabs of the gray in there to make it look more like a tree on my branches and in my trunk. And get lots of lines that come up and out for the branches. And if you make little stipples in the bottom of the tree, it's more interesting. My green is trying to invade my tree, but that's all right. I'll just use it to my advantage. I'll just keep making it go up and make my bark of my tree darker. Now, time to put the green leaves on your tree. I'm going to use the lime green that I mixed. Looks like there's a little bit of dark green over there. That's where I mixed the yellow and green. And I'm going to dab it on and make sure that you can see me this time. Last time, that's why I'm doing it over. I forgot to let you see what I was doing. I had a whole section of my movie that didn't show anything. So, sorry about dropping it, but at least you can see what I'm doing this time around. I'm going to add a little bit of dark green, because lime green is almost too light. And keep going over here. Get my leaves on my tree. I'm going back and get a little more green. Notice how I just squished the brush on there. I'm going to get a little more lime green. And keep going until my tree looks like it's got leaves on it, wherever the ends of the branches are. And go back and put a little extra. Notice how I just stipple it on or dab it. Make it go up into the sun a little bit. And there we go. Now I'm washing off my brush. Maybe I should put it over here out of the way, so I don't have to cross in front of it. Now I'm going to make some flowers. I have to dry my brush a little bit. I think I'll make some red flowers down at the bottom. Just dab on the tip. And maybe some yellow flowers. Uh-oh, looks like my sun is running down into my picture. That's no good. Make some yellow flowers right here. I never was able to make a decent purple, but I'm going to try one more time. One more time. I think that there's something wrong with my red. That's why it won't make purple. I can still make some little flowers over here. Maybe they can be bluebells or something. I need to really dry my brush out and try to fix my yellow that's running down from my sun. I think it's because I have my plate at too much of an angle, so it's dripping. Should be flatter. I'm going to do that down here too. Can you see that? Almost did it again. Almost forgot to show you my picture. See? The problem is I have to tip it so you can see it. And then the paint runs. I can see where it's running at the top too with my branches. See, over here it's making a puddle. So I'm going to go back with an almost dry brush. Pick up some paint, move it around. And I'm going to leave it flat. That's what it really needs, is to be left flat. See a few more places where I need some more yellow. And this painting is almost done. Okay. I'm going to stop and let it dry.